Good evening, everybody. It is Friday. Welcome to the KHOU 11 Weather Center for an extended look at the weather and the tropics. And we will continue to do this for the rest of the hurricane season, so you can always get an expanded view of what's going on in the tropics right here on KHOU 11 Plus. We update it at least twice a day. If something gets going out there, it'll be even more than that. So this is a great place, great resource for you and your family. Just looking at rain chances as we head into the weekend and early next week. Saturday, 30% chance for a few scattered showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm. So the rain chances are lower Saturday, but they're still there. Sunday may be quite wet with at least a 60% chance for rain and thunder showers on Sunday. Some modeling has this as high as 70 to 80% rain chance on Sunday, so I'm just giving you a heads up. Sunday from late morning through mid to late afternoon could be quite stormy. We're going to get a lot of moisture coming off the Gulf. That actually has something to do with a tropical system in the Gulf that's going to try to get better organized this weekend. We're not overly concerned about it, but it is something that could increase the rain chances with us on Sunday, and we'll dig into that in just a minute. Monday, a 40% chance for rain. So although earlier this week we thought we may be able to really back off on rain chances Monday, we're going to keep a 40% rain chance on Monday. There'll be scattered showers and thunder showers, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, we will lower rain chances as dust all the way from the Sahara does arrive as we head into the middle part of next week. Outside right now, man, it's gorgeous. After rain and thunder did make for some high water spots on the northeast side of Houston earlier this afternoon, things have all settled down. What a beautiful Friday evening it is. Real quick snapshot again, Saturday 30% 93, Sunday 60% 91, Monday 40% and 96 as we head through the coming weekend. So again, look at the weekend forecast. Scattered storms, we'll call it, both Saturday and Sunday. We've got a lot of activities going on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, Pride Parade and Beyonce concert. And then Sunday, we've got the Beyonce concert. Now, both those concerts are in the late afternoon, early evening. That is when we may have the best chance for thunder showers, especially on Sunday. So I know a lot of you are going to be heading out there early. It may be a little wet and stormy, especially before the concert on Sunday. Now, the tropics. If we get early season development, June and July, statistically, quite often it develops in the yellow areas off the east coast of the U.S. And in fact, we saw a storm develop a little further north and east of that, but it was in the basically that same vein where we get these little east coast systems. Frontal boundary still pushing off, and a low pressure can form on that. We had a shower develop there, a storm develop earlier this week. It's come and gone. And another spot is going to try to develop over the weekend in the southern Gulf of Mexico. So statistically, the areas of development are actually the spots that we are watching. Open Atlantic is just as quiet as a mouse. There's a lot of dust out here right now. And really, it's a little early for any type of activity to get going in the Atlantic. The waves that are coming off Africa right now are not very vigorous. There's a lot of dust out here. We still have quite a bit of very strong easterly winds at the surface that can inhibit tropical development as well this time of the year. But a closer look on the West Carib and into the Gulf. Now, at the moment, there's nothing developed. There's no system out here. But what we do have right here is a little bit of a tropical wave. This one we looked at when it was off the coast of Belize last night. It's now moved over the Yucatan, creating all this rain and thunder across the Yucatan Peninsula. And then this will push out into the southern Gulf as we get into tomorrow and Sunday. And when it does, Hurricane Center says 30% chance for something to develop there. Now, it's going to be very close to land. That will inhibit the speed or vigorousness of development. But the upper level winds out here are, in general, going to become favorable for development. So it'll be a race to see if something can get going here before what there is of this bumps back in to Mexico toward the end of the weekend and early next week. Now, this puts us several hundred miles away from potential development here in Houston, so we're not expecting to be impacted by a storm. The modeling on this does not create a big storm out here, but it does send tropical moisture up to the Texas coast, and so particularly on Sunday, that's why I wanted to give you a heads up. Sunday, we may get moisture slinging in here from that, and that would elevate the rain chance significantly on Sunday afternoon and evening to impact your activities then. Let's look at a little bit of modeling on this. This is what the model shows Saturday going into early Saturday afternoon. The lines you see here are isobars at the surface. They're lines of equal pressure at the surface. And what we're looking for when you're looking for any type of surface low pressure development is an isobar that is closed off into a circle like this. So modeling on Saturday suggests that we might see a weak area of low pressure try to get organized in the southern Gulf. It doesn't look like much on the future track, future modeling, not a whole lot of rain and thunder out here at that point, but something might try to close off down here, a closed low on Saturday. So that's why this started to show up on the modeling yesterday. And again today, it's why yesterday the Hurricane Center began to monitor this. Now let's take it into Sunday, and maybe a broad closed low. That indicates a broad, weak area of low pressure trying to form down here. But it does pick up more moisture, and it does sling some of that all the way northward. So there you see the increased rain chance up and down the Texas coast, including Houston, as we head into Sunday and Sunday afternoon. The bulk of what's going to happen here is going to head into Mexico. So Tampico, and then you get into interior Mexico as we head into Sunday night and Monday and Tuesday. I think you're going to have a significant flash flooding threat here. But, you know, even going into Monday, this is why we can't get rid of the rain chance. So even though we've got something try to fester down here, it sends moisture up to the north, the dirty side of that circulation, and that would give us another chance for rain and thunder going into Monday. So even though the system may not form at all, it is going to impact our weather here with an increased chance for rain. Going into Tuesday, you can see all the rain expected across central Mexico. What we don't see is this. This is what you would see if a tropical storm or hurricane was forecast to form, and that is what's going to happen over here on the Pacific side over the weekend and early next week. We get a new tropical storm or hurricane. That one forecast to stay out over the open Pacific as we head into next week. We don't see anything like that showing up on the models for the Gulf, the Caribbean, or the open Atlantic. So that's good. I'm glad we don't see that, at least we don't see it with this system. Here's the thing, though. These weak, broad systems do gather a lot of moisture. It's going to sling it into the Mexico and Texas coast. So Sunday is that increased chance for rain as tropical moisture builds into the area. All right, cloud debris across the Houston area left over from showers and storms earlier. It's making for a beautiful evening out here. Mid and high level clouds, downtown looking good. Temperatures, let's see, Tomball 78, Conroe 83, still rain cooled up here. Pearland's 89, Galveston is 88. Typical early summer afternoon here after a few scattered showers. And looking at the radar, man, it's quiet. Like last couple of evenings, we've still had thunder showers going at this time. At this point, the only shower going here at 6:37 in the evening is this one right over the 99 connector. Clay Road at the 99 connector getting a little bit of rain. There's no lightning with this at all. So one lingering shower. I was watching up here across the Lake Conroe area, but over the past hour, showers have ended and they're not redeveloping, and it looks like we're going to have a quiet evening and overnight. Future track takes us into 7 a.m. Saturday morning. Just a muggy, quiet summer morning in Houston on Saturday. We go into lunchtime, we'll begin to see some heat building. We will get some isolated showers popping by 12:30, and then maybe a little better chance going into the afternoon. This is 3 o'clock in the afternoon, scattered showers popping up. So this is our 30% rain chance tomorrow, and this lingers into 4, 5, 6. Modeling says we could still have a shower or thunder shower going into 6 o'clock. So Pride Parade, Beyonce concert at NRG. We could, going into 6 o'clock, have rain and thunder near NRG. I believe the concert starts at 7, so if it does rain out there during that time period, you're going to get wet. Rainfall outlook across the U.S. looking further out in time, July 3rd through the 7th, so the end of next week into the early following week, stays above normal across the desert southwest. Moisture from that storm developing in the Pacific is going to come up through Mexico, and also moisture from whatever tries to get going in the Gulf comes across Mexico and kind of focuses all that moisture into the desert southwest. So they're going to get a bunch of rain out here. Our rainfall outlook looks to be normal during that time period, so we would still have a chance for showers, but nothing over the top. Then we look at the temperature outlook. Well, that's going to put us in the near to above normal category for Houston, July 3rd through the 7th. Below normal, desert southwest as the rain chances increase and the desert blooms as the monsoon season out there really takes over. Here's Saturday, hot, humid, 30% chance for a scattered shower or thunder shower in the afternoon. High temp goes up to 93. the extended forecast Sunday, 60% chance for rain and thunder. And again, it may end up being more than a 60% coverage on Sunday. Depends on how much moisture and or how organized that thing does get in the southern Gulf. 40% rain chance on Monday, then dust comes in. So we will have hazy skies, hot and hazy, and rain chances down as we head into the middle of next week. Next week, we're going to miss the rain as the dust and the heat build back in for the middle part of the week. Okay, have a beautiful Friday evening and a great weekend, everybody.